and we have Dark Disruptor straight away.
Yeah, heralding back to the days when we used to cover China 2018, 2019, 20. We would see this pop no matter the memory, right? For this. And when recipes, maybe the Centaur option, right? You have the Stampede, the song into the Disrupt world. The classic thing you fall back to. I'm keen to see whether or not you can make it work. The one thing I will say though, we've seen Poke pull out the before. They played Auckland last time. I believe mid, it makes a little bit more sense, but it doesn't quite boost my confidence. I mean, this is a tried and tested combo, Mike, but it can fall flat if you don't get that running start with how greedy it is.
Look at this, John. Could be a very early team fight to break out. Meteor, they've already grouped up that tree line on the left side, lane up the right end of things, and Killa may not realize TZ. No, he's going to spot him out. He will attack. They'll know that everyone's there on the side of Meteor. Luckily for Poke, not getting caught with their pants down. They're just fine for now. In fact, all that talk is Eren's getting caught out. Eren gets caught out, and he dies in the river. I'm not sure if they were trying to catch them off guard. Maybe not assuming Hyper would be there, but that's the way of Meteor.
Didn't feel about that. And she equal out in the bounty room trade as well. First of all, going for Sanwu. Best here to pick it up. But you don't really expect everyone grouped up there. You only saw the Tusk. They run up the ramp again. You have no vision in low ground. So you're like, all right, just Tusk checking for wards. And you get punished. Nice little start there for Meteor. Going to see if they can build up on that start. You are taking a look at that
was not yours.
Up against V versus Couple. We haven't seen this in a while. It does, like, this is something the Couple can dominate on. Early on with all the spell spam, you're not going to have a good time with Flame Guard. You're going to have to watch yourself here as an Ember. Really play with a sleight of fist, some dodging it. You have vision here from Meteor to watch the channels from Vito. All those wards on that early on triangle, so it can be a little bit trickier for YRG to dance around this lane if he's not careful.
Certainly so. It kind of goes back to the thing though, right? Like if you can get past this landing stage, Ember's going to have so much presence, and I think it was Lizard who kind of pointed out they just need some, like a spirit hero to make the jump in this kind of game, and we'll have to tune back and see how they do go in this mid lane. What about the side lanes though? How about that top lane? You're going to have Mmmm and TZ against Eren and Killa. Eren again kind of being chased down here by TZ, but it's going to be just fine for now as Killa will spin out. It does seem like quite a potent game from the side of Meteor Gaming, considering you do have Tusk. And in fact, they might try into Eren again, but it seems like they don't have any spells to throw out. What are you thinking about this?
It's going to be a little bit awkward for Pope. It's just going to want...
that's a nice block. That's a really nice block. It's just not going to last long enough. But go on, finish your point off, John.
Yeah, once you have tag team up here, that would have definitely been a kill. You can easily run down this Doom as well. Just be careful. Camps are blocked. Really good sentries coming out here. Block that large camp. Easy, just ensuring Killa's not going to have anything to put with the Devourer. And that just feels pretty key for the Doom if he wants to take a more lane. He doesn't necessarily want to be active. You just want to farm up, work towards Midas, that initial build up that you want, and scale from there. Without that presence lane, you can't really shove this Drow back, and Mmmm should have a pretty good time farming. God, I love that.
Here we go again, TZ. It's a nice shot on Killa. Of course, this Killa looks a lot more tankier than TZ is in TZ. He's just going to drop. They don't have the damage output, even for the level 1 tag team. I mean, maybe they made a different story, but not quite on Killa.
Yeah, back to his item build up. He has Wraith Band early on in the lane, a little bit more armor, basically unkillable, plus armor, plus 2. Very nice for him, and it's that's investment coming up from Killa. He's nice. Not the band as well. Some creep. It's actually bypassing that sentry. He just wait.
Another kill coming out. Looks like Molasses able to pick off RanFuDao. You're gonna have what's left first. I'll stay in. Just say.
Y'all wasted talent.
If the Doom that's not speed,
he's huge. Again, this heads up play for Killa to go for the great band, knowing he's up against his physical lane. There's a lot of but all that bonus is physical as well. And you've got the Rubik to call you. Once you get that fade ball out, reduce damage coming through, kill potential does go down. You've got to be a little bit cautious on the side of Meteor. And PZ's forced to walk back to the smoke. No TP back, no opportunity to refill mid bottle as well. You have a Rubik right now, at least from the top. In your bot lane, you talk to one pro. He's not being slowed down too badly. The levels are going up on Molasses. You can start to play a little bit more of the spirit side. But early on that laning phase, you don't have the best ways of dealing with the illusion scam that the foe will get out, and a couple lucky clicks can get easily run down. Honestly, to punish you if you're overly aggressive as well.
Absolutely. That's kind of important. All that talk is top lane. There is going to be a kill to play out. Looks like he's tried for the third time. And this time around it does pay off. He does at least find himself Killa. In fact, Mmmm was one to get it. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Marblue does end up dropping. RanFuDao able to find him out. And kind of get back to your point, they still have very good potential here on the side of the bottom lane. Now, specifically to force
Yeah, that's a nice place for a corpse.
I can't. Not playing right now.
I think it's ramping up. Drow can get in line a little bit quicker, although it takes too much down mid. Archers
Certainly is.
That's one way to cash in.
Really not quite.
Gonna really get bait coming out, and the heal is coming forth.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Pretty massive. Not only that, but had a great time here for V and just stacking up this medium camp as well on the side. Just able to farm up so much better. 3k already from this lane, but that calendar as well. No one to stop him from just having these stacks. There was some scouting coming out from Meteor, but they haven't been able to contest. This is going to lead to that fast start for V. Spirit Vessel not going to take too long. It's going to be able to run around, make the space for these 2 green cores while they farm off, just be active.
That's one of the things I like from this region, right? Because you don't get to see mid control very much in this meta. It's the lane, they do find Killa once again, so they're having a fantastic time. But going back to the point I was trying to make there, Joe, as a Coddle player, right? Like you lost the small camp in an earlier patch, which kind of sucked for the mid lane Coddle, but now you have this large camp, you can stack yourself with the Illumina and still farm very effectively. I've kind of been wondering, well, has mid Coddle not been that popular in other regions?
Radiant's
At least for China, it seems to be kind of the way they go.
I mean, sure, again, match for the Ember is not the best for him. They're trying to get some run down here on the room.
Oh, they've got a nice rotation. V's got the boost travel up now, and that's going to be 2. Getting taken down there on the Drow Ranger, and of course you found TZ as well by Killa. And that's the thing, you don't expect that fast of a boost of travel to come out from the mid lane, but he doesn't bother going for the Spirit Vessel rush, rather just finishing off the boots. And it does pay off. Those are 2 massive pickups.
They're not able to stop the clock. They're not able to punish that squishy target just at the moment. You don't have the output on YRG. Really go for the first place gets yet, or version of Facebook, so his right clicks aren't quite where you want him to be. Get the limit now. And your sides are opening up nicely. These kills the off lane. You're getting spits up for long photo. He's already in that jungle, and no forward vision coming out here just yet. Although there's one hard watching long photo, but they don't have the levels to punish it. Supports are not quite there. You've got X already on Molasses, but he would much prefer to push. You don't mock that too much as long as the jungle's uncontested. All along, really strong start for Poke. They need to find a way to maybe start playing around the rotations from their Tusk. We haven't seen TZ getting top too often. And the Tusk really be able to stand up to just play aggressive on Woos. Chasing down.
Eren kind of revealed himself here down at the bot lane, but there's a lot of PPs coming in, so he's right all the time for that T1 how to survive, and when that Doom's committed, there's no way out now for the DP, so Molasses is going to drop, and Marblue Well, he's going to go for a run, but they've got the chase down very easily. Thanks to the vision set up of run 2, and will be on this Keeper of the Light. He's just destroying them now.
He's just everywhere. Has his fresh urn, so he gets a lot of charges up. He's ready to go. And this is exactly what Oak needs to do. This is exactly what her lineup needs. Super active and has this massive timing. Deal with on Meteor. You see it farm up on use your exorcism.
Radiant's top tower
Managed to get
is under
pushed
attack.
off. And it's just pixel perfect so far. And at this rate, Killa's gonna have it Midas at a good time despite that lane going a little more back and forth. That's all this person works. Onto Yasha and they're making moves.
In lane, they're going to hunt Eren. It's not too hard of a pick-off here. Eren does eventually get taken down there by the YRG. Is there something for your trouble? Obviously, you'd much rather find the Keeper of the Light, but they're not going to get so lucky. Meanwhile, bottom side, Molasses might go for a bit of a chase into Killa, but doesn't want to go too deep without vision in that Radiant jungle. Just leave the Doom, bring a beat. And of course, on Molasses side, he is just pretty much interesting at the bottom tier one. So we'll just go back for that. The problem is, it's going to be a bit of a slower process without the exorcism up. The chase on it. Killa.
Middle tower
It's actually a lot of damage being dealt the Doom's way. Molasses, he might keep going for this. No keeping rotations yet, but there's one incoming. Is it going to be in time? What can be? He'll still try to fight, but Molasses going to try and juke him out the best he possibly can and does do so. Illuminate missing. He's still trying, but Molasses can't stop up. In a pretty big danger with the. He got to juke out of that
Dire's
pretty
turret
still
has been killed.
But whatsoever. Well, tower ain't protect.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, they've got clips up in one. There it is. Wins him right back. Lapis sticking around a bit too long, and it's going to cost him his own life now. Earthing out. Meteor came. They're trying to bring more heroes down, but it's way too late.
Just not able to connect in the nick of time. And it's good to see Sangwoo taking that active position here on the snap, but TZ. I just feel like you need a Tusk to be there a couple more times. Was there earlier on in an early engagement, but you need to play around your DP. She's a person that's strong right now. RG farming, Mmmm's farming. These scores are not ready to go. Kind of for
And it seems Molasses taking it down.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom
too
tower
much.
has fallen.
Seems like Poke might try to get to the mid lane instead, maybe try to focus down that mid tier 1 tower. So got the round up kill. He's trying to put
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
hold him down, he wasn't long enough. Keep him on top just in case. No one, but I am on me.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I'd say that's the side of me get me when you get it down. Nice run back the other way. At the end of the day, this mid tier 1 tower now going to be in danger. Molasses, he has got the EXO going, but they'll get up, but it's still it's a great trade in the mid lane for the side of Meteor.
Yeah, it's a huge trade. 2 ults drop just for 1 hero, opening up this opportunity for the mid. Showing up early just for Dragonlance, feeling confident that potential out from MG is pretty damn high.
Middle
So
tower
with that
has
mid
fallen.
taken out, with a bot taken out, bot jungle opens up a lot more. You can start contesting that farm, coming out from Lanfa and from much more consistently. Although to be fair, you do have really good defensive wards coming out here. Oh, and they
Dire's top tower
are still in
is
a
under
slight lead.
attack.
Despite that, V is still on top as the full Spirit Plus Club. So you still have some issues coming out here for the side of Meteor. You're close to the Guardian Greaves timing for Molasses, and that's going to be the big one. You got that self-dispel away from the Spirit Vessel charge. You feel a lot more durable up front, and you can just kind of tank your team going forward. You need to really be aware, though, as you leave Lanfa alone. Manta coming out. Naga with Manta is almost ready to go. You just work yourself towards one of the Scotty, just one more ultimate ward on top, and you've got the stats to kind of just join your team.
Certainly so. I mean, YRG's already kind of setting up with a Maelstrom, of course, to be able to kind of fight back, but they're going to hook up. Mid lane is where they'd love to catch YRG again if they can. His V's already broken his smoke, but it won't matter. YRG won't see him. They're trying to move in for a lift up, that's fine. Static Storm will be dropped once again. They've locked him down, they've done plenty of damage, and they will. Easy pick off here for Poke. No vision on the high ground there for their Ember, is what I was trying to say. Is now Marblue trying to back off and does do so. They found the Ember again. YRG's not having the greatest time in the world at the moment of this game. Rotation's down towards the bottom side now. They love the drown as well. Killa, the rush forward. He's going to be there on the vision. Still trying to drown. Looks like he's going to be just fine.
Middle tower
So gets right out of there. Eren does at least get himself a cookie. Shuts way off the mark. Easy. Can't go too much further than that. Lives back towards the coral. He's trying to make his own way out now. Should be okay to do so. Blue Mate will not connect. It's back, however, still just chipping away past Marblue. Gonna try and move back into the room now. Not feeling good. So already there. Is that what they do onto the Ember? This is a bit committed, however. Can they at least get the Ember out? It looks like they can. Killa's the one to drop. Eren will as well.
Dire's top tower
Molasses
is under attack.
will happily pop the ulti. Just preemptive to make sure that cannot continue. And with that, Meteor, they can just keep chasing if they really want. Looks like he's going to get away just fine. They will win up team fight.
Now, big way, and they've got vision
Dire's
under
top tower
Lone
is
Fur
under
right now.
attack.
Starting to make their way out. Not that much time left in the X, but you can get some good punishment. No points in the song leveled up for Lone Fur.
Certainly not Lone I mean, she's silenced up anyway. There's your point up the song now, but it's too late. The doubles making it a bit too challenging. On his map, it was on. I believe he used it to farm the creeps.
Yeah, just popped it under vision as well. Really good board coming out there from Meteor. Understanding where Poke wanted to get that farm up. They are still a good network lead here on Poke's end, though. I mean, you've got the Doom, you've got a Coddle. You do want to continue that network lead here, but it doesn't feel like you care too much on hitting your early spikes on You're hitting those early spikes on YRG. He's going for the early BKB here as well, so that will force the Doom usage onto him. But it will make Static Storm kind of useless. And we've seen what Poke wants to do. They always on that every single spell they have coming out onto YRG. BKB will force the Doom to consistently be on him.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Coming out. Up to scout the high ground. YRG will shoot this one now. He'll get Eren anyway, but run. He does have this pull up, so we'll split straight away. Set up, so they will save the day. Maybe they wanted to go for a bit more. Test B on the clock.
Dire's top tower
Still a
is under
pretty
attack.
decent pick up on Killa.
You're suppressing that Doom quite easily. We underfarm Doom right there with Molasses, who has been more active as well in that season. You are keeping Tommy's in control. Longfair is still farming with the Madman, though.
Dire's top
almost
tower
stop.
is under attack.
Doesn't look like they care too much. We're to poor matchup. Or Meteor. You don't really care too much about the Naga. You've got the Ember counter. You can the X online from me. If you need to, probably not necessary. Multi-chop going with the hypothermia earlier on. What do you not?
Who's going to drop here on the bottom side of the map? Let's pick off there. Poke as they go more now. YRG sticking around, but not afraid as they don't have the Static Storm available. Blink to the Doom, but won't be able to get it off in time. YRG just fine to remnant his way out. Still playing on the edge a little bit there as the Ember, but that's how you tend to play as Ember Spirit. Going back to, of course, Lone Fur, like you've mentioned John multiple times, he's just been completely free farming this game. I kind of wonder, like, surely there comes a point as the Naga where you do start to outscale everybody else on the side of video gaming, but it is still pretty challenging into the ground Ember, that's for sure. You ask yourself the question as well, and I know we never see this itemization, but it might be actually a decent game for Axe on ground.
Yeah, it definitely is. I don't know if they feel it's necessary. Hypothermia, along with multi-drop, it's not. Deal with it. I mean, you got the Ember anyway with this and the Maelstrom. It's not an immediate pickup. Maybe as a sick side pickup, maybe testing down the line. And once these movements are tanked, at the moment they're more intangible. He is working on that next. But as it stands, not the tankiest. So, no threat of the need for the actors there. So it's so weird to transition. I'm having fun with it. It's just also the strangest thing to ever do in a class. It's the most interesting, man.
We've done it before. I'm pretty sure we've done a few names before. This one's interesting, but I do agree with you. Mid lane, Eren, it's not really the target you want for a 5-man smoke. They'll try to avoid the Rubik. They're going to that moving triangle. Oh, they position down. They will not see the Naga. It seems like they're very well aware of what's happening. So Meteor Gaming, Russian Roshan pin, they've got great vision. The Radiant Triangle to scatter any rotations incoming. This Roshan, it is not going to last very long. Eren's idea what's happening right now. It's way too late to respond to this. Roshan's gone. We'll pick up the edges. You're very happy with that, I'm sure.
All set. Even TD sent to defend to tier 1.
Uh-oh.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Quick glimpse back. It's the classic. You do. I mean, sometimes you don't see the disruptor. Sometimes you just get glimpse back to the other end of the map.
It is what it is. Don't miss out on too much. They didn't max TP as well in nature, so that probably saved the Aegis life. Or no one else came in besides this Tusk.
We'll find TPC though. Get something for this double here. The side of Poke, they'll find the Tusk. Not too big of a deal. Lonfo's gonna be Lonfo.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Target's caught top lane.
He was playing tag with YRG. YRG was forcing the issue. He had backup. He had his stat bar. Koki came out after the match.
Is under attack.
Just not
Radiant's
away.
middle tower is under attack.
It's not what you want to see here. It's still smoking up in Poke, but everyone's on this side of the map. Kiryu just slowly being
Radiant
shoved in.
structures are fortified.
Meteor is aware that
Radiant's
after that
middle
kill on
tower
TZ,
is
they
under
ain't playing
attack.
down there. They're just gonna push top. Tower out. And that's the one thing you've seen as well.
Radiant's top
Once you take that
tower
top
is
tier 1,
full.
top tier 2, that's not too long either, especially with the drought.
That it will not,
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
get started. Just need to work. Like you mentioned, going to be a very close to Meteor Gaming. As well, he's then figure out to try to stop. Let's just eliminate the siege creep. The annoying thing there for Killa, you not thrown that grenade out. You've been able to prevent that dreadful line. Now, he still has ages anyway, so maybe
That
don't
should help.
try and do that. It still look like they have plenty of bird potential. Walking like maybe just off. Instead, though, you know they're not to kill her. They've got so much video in the final. They can't be used. This is not the play from Bubble. TV. Not the beat yet. One keeps going. He'll find on foot. And it seems like you just can't find these guys right now. Even the it just means nothing.
That's the last target you want to mount. You stop the super wall, but it's switch against YRG.
Chains out onto V. Yep. Made it back to himself. Back now, YRG, the one being chased down.
Dire's bottom
Lift up.
tower
Very,
is
very
under
nice, but
attack.
YRG still going to be able to just remnant away and barely survives with his life intact.
Feel out there. No Doom for the next team fight. You still have the Static Storm at the least, but with the BKB up on YRG, that's not going to be able to pin him down. And it just comes back to that poke. Lapa ran up to YRG solo, got through it off along with the Orchid, but immediately slonged away. He couldn't contribute to that fight at all. And it does feel like that's one of the situations where you want that song to set up. You want to get them in that choke point for the Static Storm, but it just wasn't there.
It only was smart. I mean, Poke, they've had such a free time farming this whole game, and they've still got an okay advantage, but it means nothing. 23.5 minutes in. Lonfa, he's going for that up to us now, but even then, like, I question whether he's going to be that tanky against
Radiant's
Drow at the moment, because it
bottom
feels
tower
like
is under
he's
attack.
got so much damage.
Yeah, the it's ridiculous, and that's just where Mantha with a shard. It's ridiculous how much Drow is allowed when no one jumps onto her, and for his it has been keeping his distance well. The only thing you have to jump in is this
Radiant's
keep on
bottom
Killa.
tower is
And
under
then
attack.
he's forced to make that choice
Has
between Drow or going for
Dire's top
YRG.
tower is under attack.
We go.
Radiant's
Tier 3
middle
bottom
tower
tower
is
now
under
under
attack.
siege. If they do try and come back to defend this, I mean, you kind of
Radiant's
have to as
structures are
Poke.
fortified.
Thing is, doesn't they have many
Dire's
buybacks
top tower
available?
has
The
fallen.
only buyback that's currently available is the Naga Siren on the side of Poke, so if you get wiped,
Radiant's
they
bottom
might just go for
tower is
more.
under attack.
Mind you, the T2 towers in the mid top lane are
Dire's
still
top
standing.
tower is under attack.
Meteor would have to try for T4 towers if they did get an advantage here. But it won't matter anyway. Meteor, they're going to back off. It
Dire's
seems like they're
middle
more than
tower
happy with
is
the
under
rotations
attack.
being forced here on the side of Poke. With that, they'll go and defend that top lane for now. So a lot of damage being done to that tier 3 bottom tower, and with Poke, they're kind of just being run around the map at the moment.
It goes back to what the panelists did, right? The last time they saw Meteor, they immediately tried to force high ground issue way too early on. They respect the fact that there's a coddle. They respect the fact that it's a lot harder to smash a high ground than it should be. And their just was at the so they played it safe, but they immediately smoke here. Tried to pick up by RanFuDao, but they still got the damage with him if they find a good angle in this.
A little bit more HP, but like you said, I felt like the damage is still there, and Meteor, they're not going to hang around the top lane. Or try to go too fast.
Radiant
Hanging around
are
that Dire
scanning.
jungle, looks like they had some vision taken out as well. Poke setting up for the tier 1, it seems. Molasses is going to be around. Killa's going to make a jump right in. They do that onto the DP, they just burst her down, and it looks like they'll get away with it.
Dire's middle
Molasses is
tower is
gone.
under attack.
Kind of thinking to run into a whole team like that for the
Dire's
DP.
middle tower
That's exactly
has
what
fallen.
happens. At the very least, you know Doom's not up. As they found Ember as well. Follow-ups are there from Killa.
Dire's
My RG
middle
will
tower
get the
is under
BKB off eventually, trying to still fight, but eventually will rip it back away. Meteor.
Radiant's
Just
top
keep this
tower
fight
is
going.
under attack.
Marblue, slowed up by the solar blind. He's going to be okay. Tips out there for Marblue. That'll be about it. He's out onto the Naga now as well, but it's just chip damage. It doesn't seem like Meteor are 100% ready to try and force to the fight as Marblue will bookie away. He has found the Drow though. In that dire triangle, he's right underneath it. He's going to try and force them away, but the lift back is there. Lock down the Drow. There is no surviving. Oh, this is not a good team fight at all for Meteor. Marblue barely getting out as Molasses is going to try and trade the Killa. He does pick off the Doom. Can they find V as well? They'll move on to the Keeper, ensnaring up for a moment. He still running. The Keeper's not going to reach. He's going to survive just barely. YRG the one to go down. They do at least find Eren. Now the chase is up. Then far. He's taking this Naga now. Not without the Drow. You won't have the damage. He'll song up. He'll snowball right back into the Naga Siren. But long further. Still okay. Still running. We'll turn back around to TZ now to TD. Overextends. We'll go down the Tusk. The chase is Naga Siren. But the glimpse is there. Run TP is there and he's okay. Without the Drow, there's no way you kill it.
I think they would have been very, very close. Just good dancing around, coming out to the side of the boat. Eventually, if you just whittle them down without any mana, you don't have any coming out from RanFuDao. You can just control them up. You want to say, coming up here from Meteor, this double Lotus Orb has saved them a lot of times. It managed to bail out YRG when he overcommits in some circumstances. It allows him to get some counterspell usage back. Well, one thing that's really messing up for Meteor is the fact that he don't have any protective skip on E. All he has is that Mantha. If he had a BKB there, and just BKB off the glimpse, that might have ended up a lot better, but it was a chaotic fight from both sides. Like, a lot of great kisses coming out from Marblue and just good angles. Just not enough, considering just how well the jump in from Poke was.
Post but no cigar. And the thing as well, like you can't catch, or rather, like he was riding division that whole time. You just can't get caught out like that as the Gun Ranger. And look at that Poke. They've got a road shot open for them at the moment. Oh, move in. Keep going. Big turn here is Poke. First bits will take them on. It is a much slower process than what Meteor had. So Meteor, they certainly had the time to try and rotate and force a fight in, but see, it doesn't be out up next so long. Want to try and fight. Scan is out, but they make it. He's from Molasses, but just
Roshan has joined the Radiant.
Now you have to build the short stuff on combine weird for me. You know, you used to be able to with that reset. It's a lot tougher for Meteor. They don't quite have that first time.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Meteor getting me. Just trying to play a bit slower games. Looks like Killa's going to try and tease but a nice blink away. He's for now. They just want to keep vision with the glimpse back and they will get it eventually. It's easy to draw. You can argue he's finding a little bit of space for his team. Yeah, as well here for the side of Poke. And a hold on to a 6k advantage. Just minutes into the game. The Meteor, but they've got a lot of catching up to do now. So still been a build up here from but a long time away for that. It seems like Poke are going to try and poke that T2 mid tower.
Now they've got all of these ults available as well. What's this one out?
Yep. He's trying to chase down Drown. Oh, he gets the vision. We'll get Doom immediately, but do they have to follow up for this? Very preemptive Doom, but nobody there to lock down the Drow. Instead, they're going to try and put him onto the Emperor, but he's okay. YRG will survive.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
If they continue on playing far, they might have the damage this time. Naga is going to drop at least the first line. Still has the song available if need be though. He'll get smashed by Drow. Being taken down very quickly. There's your buyback from RanFuDao. Another song now. Just such a long duration. This Naga Siren, but Limfer is still okay to TP away. They won't be able to hold him down long enough. But you kind of see, as long as they have those silences, as long as there's capture available, you've certainly got the control. You just need a little bit more for that secondary life.
Yeah, and it just kind of sideways there when the Static Storm just completely missed. They managed to lock in the Drought, they managed to lock the DP in that usage, and that just provided that opportunity to commit onto Lanfa. It's still not a positive trade coming out for Meteor though. They're behind, they lost 3 heroes, they only really found the Disruptor. They couldn't take care of the Naga secondary life and had to pull Scotty's up for Lanfa. So much more durable coming out here. Love the pickup from Killa. Aetherlance into Doc Green. Even just the Aetherlance added Rage on Doom. Gonna make it so much easier for him to catch out someone like that.
Marblue is evading him. Support Killa, the rock being chased down on the Doom, but he got his BKB off in time. If they do lose Marblue, they might even lose TD on the task. Still being chipped away at with the vessel. He does go down and now Molasses. He's a much bigger target. In fact, they even found Brown. They can't pull them at the moment. He'll turn back around to that Doom. Let's take him down. He's trying to run with the song, but has the BKB TP away. It should be enough, and it will be. He'll be just fine to back his way out of there. The rest of Poke, they'll also be able to do the same. Problem is, though, you trade a Tusk for a Doom. It's not the best here for Poke.
Not. At least you hold on to Doom. They didn't manage to extend it, so on the respawn, you won't have that for any follow-through fights. No big objectives to go for here for Meteor just yet. Roshan's a long ways off as it has been freshly taken still. And you're still seeing the signs of it now. Like this Drow, if you don't get on top of her, if you don't handle her, and just allow her to get the hits for the frost arrows with that hypothermia, all the stats in the world still aren't enough to save Lanfa. You can still push through with your marksmanship. and you can still handle that. It's just the positioning of Poke is so damn good. They're so far apart, and they've hit miles away,
Radiant
and
are
only
scanning.
Longbow and Killa have to go up. You can't deal with backline. Like all the stolen spells coming out from Eren, even stealing his third side in some fights from here, it's massive. And you only have YRG to kind of break it up in the back consistently. You could try with TZ, but he's not durable enough in that Tusk, and he doesn't have the burst damage for one.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So that's where the challenge comes in for Meteor. Got to get themselves into the fight somehow. Maybe a full Silver Edge will help out in terms of repositioning. They're going to need to rely on that, just to somehow find a way of taking away these saves from Poke.
Yeah, certainly so. But we'll see how it all pans out. I mean, there is a bit of a group up once again here from Poke and Dire Jungle. Kind of the opposite effect here for Meteor, just hanging around that Dire triangle for now, but slowly moving the way back up. Bit of scout out here from We'll see a Naga illusion, but that's about it for now. I see that Lunfer now under vision. The Drow are gonna find the real one and does move in. That's a lot of damage. And the song is there. YRG not gonna allow the TP away with the song. Doom is committed. Killa, he's gonna try and help turn this one around. But do they have the it doesn't seem like it yet, but no, a nice static storm. It's gonna hold down Molasses. The TP in trouble, but it's so tanky. Molasses is still going, still surviving. They don't have the burst damage. He will survive. Meanwhile, one of these RanFu, Molasses once again being the type of his team fight, but surviving once again. There's Lunfer, he'll try to move in, stolen kisses down, needing to back up the Drow, does force off away, nobody done. Molasses, move back in again. Lunfer, he's ensnared himself up with the Naga, he's in so much trouble, and he's gone. How does Molasses survive? Here we go for more. He's purple out. Eren, he'll try to run, but they have the vision. What a team fight for Meteor game.
For a moment, it looked like Poke were baiting them in, right? Getting that chase on having Killa come in with Doom, but it just falls flat once more. The follow-through static storm didn't manage to stay. The blinding light actually saving him, pushing him away from the net field before it was fully up. And then it just evolved into chaos.
Mighty money.
That backline's exposed. Once their spells are down, and again, they didn't jump. He was just allowed to whack away. He saved his BKB use. Very confident in that fight to rely only on the Manta going off cooldown to dispel a lot of their control. And having that BKB at the end for the Manta. That was just great patience coming out from Meteor and Poke.
Radiant's middle tower.
They still have this 4 team, but this is what a lineup that wants to be extremely ahead. They do have the Hex on
Bottom line, yeah, they'll find Molasses with that Hex, and he will not be able to survive through it. He's pumping out so much magic damage. It's Killa now. He does get caught by DPC. Nice chance to lock him in. You have the though. Well, now you certainly do with him being around. TZ, he will be able to survive just barely as now the multi-shot. Not going to pick quite yet, but the kisses will fly in just to make sure. So Marblue will secure the kill on that fire. On a deep trade here, offlane for offlane. Meanwhile, Lunfer, not a danger yet. Ember will chase him down just a little bit. Give enough way for Lunfer to back his way out of there. Realizing he is not invincible in this game, number one. Still such a close game between these two teams though. Only a 3k advantage the way of Poke. And that is considering you have a Doom Naga on their side of things.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel like that's considerable enough lead for you to feel comfy here for Poke. Like, he can still push these lanes. There's no opportunity for Meteor to go onto the high ground. He will have to group up though. Big fight here. Win this one, Meteor set rushes over for them.
Here we go. Eren immediately caught out in the Rubik. Does get caught, will get taken down. Surely he tried to run, but it's not enough. Something of him being committed, but they hold down V for just a moment. He'll try for the TP away and he is going to have enough. But Lunfer, he just walks. He is alright. Does have that trickster poke up and that allows him to just get away very safely. But like you said, Roshan is up. Maybe you force the fight even with the Rubik just down. It's still something.
It's scary to fight into that tight area, but Meteor, they want some props.
Try Radiant Triangle. Nobody around. Only Naga illusion at the moment. It's even scarier trying for Roshan when you know those illusions are just to come into the pit to check every single time. Dagon up as well now for V, by the way. There's even more burst damage available on this Keeper for Life.
Use this, there's no type of insights to kind of block off the magical output here. This is great scaling damage coming out. We haven't been able to optimize for that here in Molasses. On the other hand, it does leave you very exposed once that hex is down.
Wanting down the Ember. YRG immediately and is set to fall. Key from the fight anyway. Killa is going to be the sacrificial lamb here for the side of hope that the Vindicator's buying a little bit of time. Meanwhile, he's getting taken down by Unfur. YRG, he brought back in the middle of the team fight. V does go down. They've lost the coddle. Unfur at the very least going to be able to stomp TP out just fine. But they've lost 3 through their trouble. A fantastic buyback here from the Ember. That's a funny joke.
Just for a moment, I saw YRG holding 2 gems. But yeah, 1 for each eye. We've seen 2 boots before, not 2 gems. Rush doesn't do long enough.
I have claimed immortality.
Shard on hand as well. Massive for Molasses. They have that secondary exo to go onto the high ground. And it's actually rather interesting how was positioning himself. He stood next to the Naga, did not care, was not dying. They didn't actually find him. No one else was there to commit. That Doom is down, just have a massive opening and 4 wire jump in. This is still a slightly risky spot, but he has ages to protect. There will be Doom on the respawn on Terrain, on Killa. But the high ground's not there for long here.
Certainly, 3 mid tower dropping so darn quickly. Here we go. Mid racks under siege. Hope
Radiant's
they can slow this down with the Fade Ball, but it's going to do too much in the way of taking the racks. Actually, we'll just fall here to Mm's damage.
Radiant's middle.
At least they know that they can't mega creeps them at the moment, because there is still a top T2 tower. And it seems like Meteor, they are still willing to play this very safely. They won't rotate down to the bottom. Instead, this is a risky play from the Naga. Will play himself, but will not get punished. Meteor believing maybe the team was behind him.
Bottom tower is under attack.
With that, Meteor, the reset for now. They need flush, they have the age, they have the cheese, they have a refresher shot available on our DP. So you're going to have double EXO very, very soon. Meanwhile, Poke, they want to try to force the fight right here, right now. To that side triangle they go. Just going to find a way in. In fact, never mind, they'll go through the bottom lane. At least they'll try. YRG going to reveal himself on that wave. Perimeter available. X is there. They should have the lockdown. With the follow-up stuff. With the static storm. Never mind. He'll be able to BKB round up just in the nick of time. Is being chased down the Drought Ranger. Killer is there, back to the mark. The follow-up stun. The kisses. Everything hurts so much, but the Drought surviving. Cookie back. No, that is not going to help their cause. He just wants out of there. Spur still trying. Might find YRG, but that's just the Aegis down. Happy deal with the Drought Ranger. Killer right behind him with the Lincoln Spirit will pop. They just don't have the damage. The Drought is still running. Oh, he will survive. Disgusting. Oh no, Lumper gets fought by the river, but this is too late. Still a pretty decent team fight. And this round, John, he just won't die.
No, really won't. They were forced to just, again, a really chaotic fight. They didn't commit Doom on YRG, so he could get the BKB off. You don't have the Yags up on Ron, so you don't have enough lockdown to burst YRG down. And he gets that window to escape. Sure, he still loses Aegis. Finds the trades. Widow spells committed. High grounds open up. No Doom for 40 seconds. We'll have Doom on respawn again. That Ocarine build up. You're ready to go here. Full Ags up and running for YRG. No buyback for 4 minutes still. So if you manage to find his clear this time, we'll push Meteor all the way back across the map.
Yeah. Well, T2 tower. Yeah, not the last very long.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
More Lincolns being brought out here from Meteor just to make it as hard as humanly possible for these Dooms to come out. For a creep wave here, Meteor. kind of hard to keep on the line every single time. They will back off and wait for another day. This time around, we will not have the same DPA to something. I'm a bit of the neutrals instead, here in the jungle. Poke. The mid lane. Looking to set up. Hey!
Just acts. Oh, well, they might
Fly out, G. Link is broken. He's gonna be able to do it down. They've caught the and they keep this fight going. Looks like TT's in on the task. Have found blood, but not for long. TT, he will be the first one to drop. Even the Doom to the DP now. That's Steven being make sure she can't keep going. Onto the Naga Siren they and he is just fine. Chases back on him from both. Full move in. They still want the DP and they won't take her down. Molasses is gone. And it seems like Meteor, they can't keep his small, can they? Moved up Sim onto the the damage is there. They've got enough. But now a huge long setup. There's just a follow-up to him. Maybe sticking around a bit too long. Still trying to dance some guys here with the Ember. Killa will jump in as well. The sun is there, but the force starts away. YRG. He will be okay for now. RanFuDao needs to get the hell out of there. Shards will block his path, however. He'll have to run the other way. Force off of the high ground, and he's going to be okay. Back into the Doom they go. Killa trying to save the dead bit. May cost him his own life. And it does seem like it will. I don't know about this. He wants to keep the fight going. Eren's going to go down to a piece from Marblue. Naga. The Naga is stuck around a bit too long. And he is surely just dead. And people go down.
Back home.
Oh god, those fights are just so chaotic. All the
Radiant's
world
middle
all
barracks
Lincoln
are under
stuff.
attack.
This really smart optimization on the side of Meteor. It's so chaotic for both. You don't know when to commit. They don't know when to throw Doom out. They don't know who to Doom out. Because of all these saves. They
Radiant's
pop
middle
them,
tower
they get a good
is
shot
falling.
field, but don't fall for it. Now, you could gun for the end here if you're the side of
Radiant's
Meteor and you go.
structures are fortified.
That's T4 now on the beach
Radiant's
now.
middle tower is
Not
under
enough
attack.
buybacks available at the moment. They'll commit onto the Naga. To RanFuDao, he'll be back at this fight. Meteor, it seems like they're more than happy with that fight committal. They won't try and force T4s any longer. Go back, control the rest of the map. They will. There's no rush.
Yeah. I was having this debate in my head for Mmmm's level 20 as well. The opposite of Martin's chance, it's a 52% chance to pierce through the base corner of the Naga. It makes sense. 12%, I'm not sure if it weighs more than a multi-shot, because Mmmm's output true multi-shot is massive as well. 3 waves, just so much DPS coming through. Whether or not RNG covers them, and the 52% chance just guarantees 100% onto RanFuDao. Moving that base armor. This looks so squishy. Like, that marksman, if you don't disable it, it just pierce through. It's so squishy. Like, your EHP just shoots down to almost 0. You have all this HP, but no armor. Doesn't matter.
Very painful here for RanFuDao. He's trying his best to remain in these fights, like just reset and go back in, but the problem is his team doesn't have the durability on their own heroes. So,
Radiant's
unless
top
you have everyone
tower
else
is
up,
under
we
attack.
can't really afford to stick around
Radiant's
too
top
long.
tower
And
has fallen.
now, T2 tower has gone top lane, but all out of towers are down.
Brilliant
But you'd love to just secure the Mega
Radiant's
Series
top
Meteor
tower
Gaming
is
if you
under
can.
attack.
And there are 3 easy to win for this game 1. With the Echo Pop, not going to take very long.
Radiant's top
They'll
tower
just keep it
has
up.
fallen.
T3 gone. Meteor, they won't try to force anything more.
Dyer's bottom
See
tower
them,
is
again,
under
very
attack.
happy to play conservative gameplay here for Meteor Gaming. Roshan, it's going to be a decent timer as well. 1 minute, 10 seconds away. So not too long to wait. And if you want to
Dyer's
say,
bottom tower has
you may
been
as well
denied.
Meteor.
Say if Poke's the one first to run out, they smoke. Have buybacks ready, but no buyback from RanFuDao if he's caught out of position.
The Emperor is sitting there almost.
It's fake.
Dyer's courier
guess it
has
is.
been killed.
And there it
There you
is.
go, now they know smoke's up.
I mean, is that they, John, that had a full Glacier on him?
Yeah, maybe, probably didn't want to lose the Gleipnir for sure. It's 3.5 minutes without it, but
I mean,
at the same time, you know, there's a smoke. Molasses knows he's in trouble right now.
It's a very interesting position career in. It's almost like a BM move. It's like, here's a Gleipnir. Enjoy. Take this out.
See what he's trying to do. Look, he's showing in lane. He wanted to remnant back, pick up the Gleipnir without showing, right? That's the play. He's just hiding the Gleipnir. I mean, you would expect him to have an item up because he hasn't changed since getting the Ags. Still, one of those things he tried to be sneaky about. Fair enough.
Fair enough. It happens though. What can you do? You lose the courier. Molasses. Jump in. This will be a nice pick off. Up deep. We'll back off. Luckily for them, the Roshan's 5 seconds away, but unluckily for them, it's only 5 seconds away. So Pope, well, they don't spot it out. Roshan spots right after they walk out of the pit. This is so unfortunate.
More.
Denied.
And they found the drown. It's not that easy. Chicken's broken. Lift up. Terra's there as well. And will be glimpsed back. Okay, this should be a huge pickup on that ground range, but the BK needs to be away. Might just prove to get up, and it will be. Sure, you waste EKB at the very least on the drown. It's going to be down for another 80 seconds. Like, can you even think about high ground before that?
They're going to try it. They've still got the Naga, they've got the Lush. You have access to all this stuff. And you will use it. You've got the impact damage, you can spread the illusions. You need to make use of this on Pope. Responds, especially for Molasses, not too far off. No TP point. It is taken away. That's a big Roshan today. Ags blessing on that, everything you could ask for there. Full Ags now up on Killa. He's on cooldown. This fight could easily go folks' way now. It's a little bit harder for him to fight instead of doing.
For me, it's Roshan. Quite quickly, he gets inside of Poke. Around the area. I mean, it's Roshan's probably happening anyway here for Meteor Gaming, but it won't matter. They won't try to force the fight. That's going to be two items from Roshan being half the way of Poke. Who takes what? He pick up the Ags blessing himself on the keeper. A little wisp now available. That's going to be quite annoying in the middle of these team fights. By the way, Link was lost on Mmm's courier, so he won't be able to buy out the Swift Link, and he's just queued up a Divine Rapier instead.
That makes sense. If a do or die, ride or die kind of scenario now for the way.
Radiant are scanning.
That you don't have the Ags on the defender. Well, to be fair, you have Ags Doom. I mean, you would love to AoE Doom on, but Will-O-Wisp is much bigger. You're still going big on tier for me. Still going further than that burst. Side of Meteor. This is a really awkward game for them to fight into all that control now. Got to be really smart with their positioning. Doom just ruins them, BKB or not. Your Lincolns aren't going to save you. Your Lotus Orbs aren't going to save you. They be a lot more cautious. Maybe this is where not committing onto that high ground right and will say Meteor was a bit too quick to jump the gun in their high ground pushes in their last use this time. They were way too cautious. There's still the bot racks and top racks. They've only taken mid. Not enough for them to keep these lanes constantly shoved out. Again, and a combo. Giving us opportunity for Pope to sway this game back into their rhythm. Just be really careful. This is a scary fight. Pope could kill us around.
Well, they are trying to force high ground yet. Like, controls back away of Pope. Just keep dominating the map. Up on that. On the feel like they're lacking right now, even though they are still the ones 4K ahead. I mean, why not make that a 10 to 20K lead? You try to high ground the reality for the side of Poke. Looks like Mmmm's decided he's not going to go for the Divine Rapier, but rather will build a refresher orb for himself. Certainly shame, John. Not what you want to see.
Needs up here as well. So now you have some 15 armor to block off the marksmanship here. So you do have a lot more HP. That's actually a huge amount of HP. That's compared to 0 when marksmanship is up. That's going to be a lot more durable. I'm not sure if you have enough on the drought to still take care of her as fast as she did last time.
Find out very soon, I'm sure. I say that though, it seems like I'm more than happy to just control the map and farm all the camps. That's fair. If you are Meteor gaming, considering the state of the game, you might just want to wait out the ages to expire before you try to force a fight. And that may be the ideal. They have these high defense with their own drama. No real reason to try and force a fight yet. Especially if Poke aren't coming to you. And with Poke, at least you're getting more time for the mission that Dagon 5. That's something.
He's always there. Yeah. It's got an Octarine and the Spell Prism with Chakra. That's actually almost a second cooldown between Dagon uses. That's actually pretty big. You know, BKBs only last 6 seconds. There you go. Oh, right as well. Negate some of that magic out. Oh, to be fair, you could end up in a situation where you Dagon on someone with Lotus Wolf. That's not always fun.
No. There are a lot of Lotus Wolves this game. I guess it could happen, but it's not going to be as impactful as, say, you know, the solar bind the Dagon, unless you solar bind yourself as well. That would be very nice. Poke. Again, just holding the low ground for now. Meteor, they are refusing to try and move low ground, and Dagon 5.
Look at that. 9.9 second cooldown with Chakra. It's going to be 3 seconds. 3.9 seconds. Very nice.
Almighty money.
I mean, we're at the point where we're 5 away. 6 mark. No.
Oh, I
So
love
Gigabyte could come out there.
It's a nice walk.
Giant tree, of course, onto.
Nice walk too as well, Jonathan, for us. Or at least for me.
Takes me back. Takes me. Those days might be. Those days when we'd see nothing but 60, 70-minute games. With Naga and Disruptor as well. And Gyrocopter IO on the other side. That would all just be it. Legitimately be a lot of the matches we cast in, like, say, DPLCD Season 1.
It was amazing.
So. Amazing is a word, Mike.
Yeah.
Okay,
Swoop this cup, yeah. Now Ranger. Let's have the swoop link available. Eren's getting a jump up with 9 link away. Red team from TZ. Rather up for TZ to want to avoid with the snowball. Stop looking by our room because TZ's going to get back into the lockdowns of London. There's your counter for about. Onto Molasses. Block hit from the backside. There's so much havoc with this against nobody can do anything right now on the side of Meteor. Just back off. Eren and V. Both getting cooked up. Sniper from the Ranger. Backside. Ranger can't get it. There goes Killa. He'll find a triple. But can he find Lundberg? The Naga's big one. The song is committed. Lundberg, TB, TP away. Should be fine. And we'll pick it out. And so will the rest of Poke. But this crowd just really saving the team fight. Just coming right from the behind and just catching all these people off guard.
He's been playing perfect. Spectacular. Knows what to do. His itemization's been great. That really sharp pick up and handling them early on, and now just his angling, where he's finding a way back into these fights. Now, the AoE Doom is massive, but it did have a problem. I believe a refresh shard was used there. I saw Doom go off cooldown once more. And it does look like that was... You don't have instant secondary coming out now. And now, Meteor, they forced out 2 buybacks. You find V once more. You know, he might regret that thing on 5. Might be
I don't know.
Get caught out again.
I suppose so. It's kind of like what else is meant to build at this point, but it's a fair point, John. Oh, well, here we go. Jump in from our snap player. That is we're not getting sent down. It is a bit of down, to be fair. He's alright, he'll be able to get out just fine, but he does pop his own BKB. Lunfer still trying to move forward, feeling very confident with this. I know, John, he did get blinding light out of the storm. Yes, it's happened so many times now with the blinding light or the lift up. It just keeps happening.
Yeah. God, it's unfortunate. But BKB pop from Mmmm is pretty big, I suppose. And hope to attack that. Roche in 20 seconds to see that respawn. I mean, you don't have to trade now on Meteor. Or buy out and refresh now. On Mmmm, we'll still have any buyback. It's massive. Double BKB use. It's going to give you in quite a few circumstances here where I feel like is limited by his BKB duration now. The secondary charge can be big, fairly quick, rush 40 seconds away. Both sides ready to take that fight as well here, Mike. All spells off cooldown. It's all down to how well you can angle here on Meteor, because up front, Poke has way better initiation. So Meteor have to poke from these awkward angles, work for Drow with Silver Edge.
Oh, YRG himself. YRG gets caught. There's no way out of this one, and he's just down. Pick up here for the Ember, or rather on the Ember. Really easy to set up once he has the Axe up. Meteor Gaming. Well, we're talking about Roshan. So we're hanging around the Roshan pit at the very least. There's another quickly pop. Lunfer will break his own. That's broken now. Won't be the trail though. Multi-will connect, but it's not going to be enough damage. In the middle of everything, but he's just so tanky now. With BKB up, he's afraid of nothing. Look at her. Look for a reason. Link up now, LeBron Lunfer. He's on the Curry. No BKB available. And there we go, Killa. He'll make the jump in. Not too easy, but the Tusk is just fine. Survive through it as YRG. We'll move for a bit of revenge onto that Doom. Problem is, that ball of light to make it rather hard to chase. There's that swoop available to Naga. 60 minutes in, T5 items up. How fast can you find them?
Ooh, they've got camps here. No lock on Meteor. Need it.
Literally no lock.
Gotta find something. Mirror shield would be. Hey, giant scoops. Oh. Or do
the Naga.
Give it. Oh yeah. Naga can get behind this wall. Look at that. How good is shit. Look at his illusions. Oh, that's ridiculous.
That thing is counter Stygian Desolator on the Trowel. He's gonna move already so much trouble, but so much damage, but no Jesus, quickly. Force them away, they'll try to save him. Here's out onto the Drow region. She is trapped up and she is gone. Buyback up. YRG now also caught out, will drop. No buyback available on the Ember. Easy gets caught. Easy is gone to food. They go more. They even found another Marblue. He gets doomed up. It'll be okay to back up, it seems, though. They're still chasing him down. They'll get the Soul Bind. They'll have the control. They'll have the Snapfire. That's 3 down now. Another fight is committed. An ultra kill for Lunfer. He wants a rampage. He'll chase down the Drow Angel. Get the Soul Bind put on him. Just so slow up at the moment. They'll take him down. Where's your rampage? They should come out. He keeps denying it with his Naga Siren. Let him have it. Let him have it. Oh, it's too late. It's too late for the rampage. This won't matter. It'll be a genius on him. They will pick up the game. Big speed gaming. And it will crash him. 2 reps is down, but they still managed to make it happen.
That was ridiculous. They were only 1